The flowers were white roses, 30,000 of them, imported from Holland, flown in on private jets, arranged to spell out Victoria and Marcus in elegant cursive. The venue was a private estate overlooking the Mediterranean. The guest list included royalty, Oscar winners, and tech billionaires. And Marcus Blackwood? He stood at the altar in a perfectly tailored black Armani suit, his jaw set, his eyes empty. Victoria De Luca glowed beside him. Her dress cost more than most people's homes. Her smile was rehearsed. The minister began the vows. "Do you, Marcus, take this woman?" He didn't hear the words. He felt nothing. This was the deal. The merger. Two empires joining. His father had arranged it before he died. Marcus wasn't marrying Victoria. He was marrying her family's shipping conglomerate. Then he heard it. A commotion at the back of the church. Gasps. Whispers. Security guards shouting. A girl in a faded blue sundress ran down the aisle. Her shoes were worn. Her hair was messy. Her eyes were wild with desperation. Victoria sneered. "Who is this creature?" Marcus opened his mouth to apologize, to have her removed. The girl grabbed his wrist. "Don't," she gasped. "Please, don't marry her." Victoria laughed. "Security, remove this beggar." But Marcus didn't move. He was looking at the girl's face, at her eyes, at the small silver locket around her neck. He knew that locket. 5 seconds of silence stretched like an eternity. Then the world shattered. "Where did you get that?" Marcus whispered. The girl, Lily, touched the locket instinctively. "It was my mother's. She died last week." Victoria grabbed Marcus's arm. "Marcus, this is absurd. Say your vows. Everyone is watching." But Marcus wasn't listening. He was 14 years old again, sitting in a hospital waiting room, his mother dying of cancer 3 floors up. His father was in Tokyo. The nanny had quit. He was alone. Then a woman sat beside him. Kind eyes. Worn coat. A silver locket around her neck. She didn't ask questions. She just held his hand for 3 hours. She told him stories about her daughter at home, about how she was raising her alone, about how love wasn't about money. It was about showing up. When his mother died the next morning, the woman was gone. But he never forgot her. He searched for years. No name. No trace. Now her daughter was standing in front of him. "Your mother," Marcus said, his voice breaking. "She wore this locket. She sat with me the day my mother died." Lily's eyes filled with tears. "She told me about you. She never forgot the sad boy in the hospital. She prayed you found happiness." Victoria's perfectly manicured nails dug into Marcus's arm. "Marcus, say your vows." Marcus looked at Victoria, then at Lily, then at the minister. "No," he said. The church erupted. Victoria's father stormed forward, face purple. "Blackwood, you signed a contract." Marcus turned to face him. "I signed a merger agreement. Not my life." He removed Victoria's hand from his arm. Slowly, deliberately. She stared at him like he had grown a second head. "You're choosing her? A homeless orphan? Over me?" Lily flinched at the word homeless. It was true. Since her mother died, she had been sleeping in her car, working 2 minimum-wage jobs, trying to keep her younger brother in school. Marcus saw the flinch. Something dark and protective rose in his chest. "Yes," he said quietly. "I am." He took Lily's hand. It was rough, calloused, real. "Walk with me," he said. They walked down the aisle together. 300 guests watched in stunned silence. Cameras flashed. Phones recorded. Victoria screamed something unintelligible behind them. Lily was trembling. "You don't even know me." "I know your mother," Marcus said. "She was the only person who showed me kindness when I had nothing. Not money, not status, just kindness." He stopped at the exit, turned to face her. "That's the only currency that matters." The internet exploded. Within hours, the video had 50 million views. Comments divided the world into 2 camps. "He's insane. He threw away $1 billion for a random girl. That's the most romantic thing I've ever seen." Marcus's phone didn't stop ringing. His board of directors demanded an emergency meeting. His lawyers sent 17 urgent emails. Victoria's family announced they were suing for breach of contract. Marcus ignored all of it. He sat in his penthouse across from Lily, who looked deeply uncomfortable on his white Italian leather sofa. "I should go," she said. "This is crazy. You don't owe me anything." "You came to my wedding," Marcus said. "You pulled me away from the altar." "Why?" Lily looked down. "My mother made me promise." She said, "If you ever find that boy, you tell him he deserved better than what life gave him." "I saw your photo in a magazine. The wedding announcement. You looked." She hesitated. "You looked exactly like you did that day in the hospital. Alone." Marcus was silent for a long time. "Your mother," he finally said, "gave me 3 hours of her time. It saved my life." He leaned forward. "What do you need?" "I don't need anything," Lily said. Everyone needed something. Marcus knew this. But she meant it. She wasn't here for money. "Your brother," he said. "You mentioned a brother." Lily's defenses cracked slightly. "Leo. He's 12. He's really smart. He wants to be an engineer. But our school district is underfunded and—" She stopped herself. "It's fine. We're fine." Marcus pulled out his phone. "What's his full name?" "Marcus, please. I didn't come here for charity." "I know." He didn't look up from his screen. "This isn't charity. This is gratitude. There's a difference." 20 minutes later, Leo had a full scholarship to the best private academy in the state. Transportation included. Books included. Lunch included. Lily stared at the confirmation email on Marcus's phone. Her hands were shaking. "You can't just fix everything in 5 minutes." Marcus shrugged. "Watch me." He stood up. "Your mother sat with me when I was completely alone. She didn't ask if I deserve her time. She just gave it." He looked at Lily. "Let me do the same for you." The board was not impressed. "You abandoned a $3 billion merger," the CFO spat, "for a girl in a $20 dress." Marcus stood at the head of the table. He had changed out of his wedding suit. Back to his armor. Charcoal brioni, black tie, cold eyes. "Victoria's family was bleeding your shipping division dry," Marcus said calmly. "You all knew it. You were willing to sacrifice my marriage to plug a hole in your balance sheet." Silence. "The merger's dead," Marcus continued. "But we don't need it. We're restructuring, selling the shipping assets, moving aggressively into renewable energy. I have buyers lined up." The board exchanged glances. "You did this deliberately," the chairman said slowly. "You were never going through with that wedding." Marcus didn't confirm, didn't deny. "I did what was necessary." Later that night, Lily asked him about it. "Did you plan it? To walk away at the altar?" Marcus considered the question. "No. I planned to endure it. To do my duty. I've been enduring things my entire life." He looked at her. "Then you showed up. And for the first time in 15 years, I didn't want to endure anymore." The press camped outside Marcus's building. They followed Lily to her car, to her job, to her brother's school. Lily was not prepared for this. "I can't breathe," she whispered into her phone. "They're everywhere. They're calling me a gold digger, a homewrecker. I wasn't trying to. I didn't mean to." "Where are you?" Marcus's voice was sharp. "The coffee shop on 4th. I came out and there were 20 cameras and—" "Stay inside. Don't hang up." He arrived in 7 minutes. His security team created a perimeter. Marcus walked through the crowd of shouting journalists, took Lily's hand, and faced the cameras. "Her name is Lily Chun," he said. "Her mother sat with me in a hospital when I was 14 years old and completely alone. She asked for nothing. She expected nothing. She simply showed kindness to a stranger." The cameras clicked furiously. 20 years later, her daughter came to remind me what that kindness meant. "I walked away from my wedding because I finally understood something." He paused. "Money buys silence. It buys loyalty. It buys performance. But it cannot buy the moment someone holds your hand and tells you that you matter." He looked at Lily. "That moment is priceless." That night, Marcus told her everything. About his mother's slow, painful death. About his father's coldness. About the years of boarding schools and summer camps and empty penthouse apartments. "I don't know how to be around people," he admitted. I know how to negotiate, how to acquire, how to win. I don't know how to just be. They were on his rooftop. City lights spread beneath them like fallen stars. Lily hugged her knees to her chest. My mother never had money, but she had this gift. She made people feel seen. She made me feel seen, Marcus said. For 3 hours. Was that really enough to change your life? Marcus thought about it. It wasn't the time. It was the proof that kindness existed, that I wasn't invisible. He turned to face her. You have her eyes, her voice, her way of just showing up. Lily smiled. It was the first genuine smile he had seen from her. Maybe that's why I couldn't let you marry someone you didn't love. Victoria DeLuca did not go quietly. She appeared on every talk show, gave interviews to every magazine. The narrative was consistent. Marcus Blackwood had humiliated her, broken contracts, chosen a penniless imposter over a loyal partner. Then she found something. A grainy photograph. A hospital record. A name. Lily's mother had not just been a kind stranger. She had been Marcus Blackwood's biological aunt. The woman who held his hand in the hospital was his mother's estranged sister. She had been disowned for marrying a poor immigrant. Her name was removed from family records. Her existence erased. Lily was his cousin. Victoria smiled. This was the kill shot. She leaked the information to her favorite journalist. The headline went live at 6 a.m. Wedding a scandal. Lily Chun is Marcus Blackwood's cousin. Did he know? Marcus woke to 50 missed calls. Marcus found Lily in her car. She had been crying. It's true, she whispered. My mother was your aunt. Yes. You knew. Not until Victoria's investigator found the records. I hired my own team after that. They confirmed it this morning. Lily pressed her hands against her face. This is insane. This is actually insane. I crashed your wedding to save you, and you're my long-lost cousin. Half-cousin, Marcus said. Once removed. Technically. Lily laughed. It was a broken, hysterical sound. Why didn't she tell us? Your mother and mine. Why did they never? Pride, Marcus said quietly. Estrangement. 20 years of silence. He paused. Fear. Lily looked at him. Fear of what? That we would find each other anyway. That the connection would be undeniable. That blood doesn't forget. He knelt beside her car door. I didn't walk away from that wedding because of DNA. I walked away because a girl I had never met came running toward me when everyone else was just taking pictures. The story shifted again. Now the narrative was tragic. Two cousins, separated by family cruelty, reunited by fate. Victoria's attempted sabotage backfired. Public sympathy swung hard toward Marcus and Lily. I don't care what anyone thinks, Lily said. I just want to go back to my life. Which life? Marcus asked. The one where you sleep in your car and work 16-hour days? That was my life. It's honest. It's survival, not living. Lily was quiet. I don't know who I am without struggling. My mother struggled. Her mother struggled. Struggle is our family tradition. Marcus took her hand. Maybe it's time for a new tradition. He didn't propose. He didn't declare love. He simply offered something she had never been given. Choice. You can go back to your car and your jobs and your fear. Or you can let me help you build something different. Not because you owe me. Not because of blood. Because you deserve options. Lily looked at their joined hands. I don't know how to accept help. Neither did I, Marcus said. Your mother taught me. Victoria's lawsuit failed. Marcus's restructuring succeeded. Lily's brother aced his entrance exam. And Lily? She didn't move into Marcus's penthouse. She didn't accept his money. She didn't become another luxury accessory. She opened a small bookstore in her old neighborhood. Marcus invested as a silent partner. Lily ran it. She called it the 5-second shelf. Customers asked about the name. She always smiled. 5 seconds is all it takes to change your life. 5 seconds of courage. 5 seconds of truth. 5 seconds to grab someone's hand and pull them away from the edge. Marcus visited often. They sat in the quiet corner by the poetry section, drinking tea, watching the afternoon light shift across the floor. They never defined what they were. Cousins? Friends? Something more? The world demanded labels. They refused to provide them. But sometimes, when the shop was empty and the sun was low, Marcus would look at Lily across their teacups and remember that moment. The flowers. The altar. Victoria's cold hand on his arm. Then a girl in a faded blue dress running toward him. 5 seconds that rewrote everything. He reached across the table. She took his hand. And for the first time in his life, Marcus Blackwood had everything he needed.